Welcome back to Underrated Movies. I'm your guy. I'm your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today I'm going to talk to you of another, it's not bad film. I guess you can kind of say it's underrated. It took me a second watch to enjoy it a little bit more. Just understanding just for what it is. It's the another A24 film that you don't really hear about. And maybe for good reason, but still, it ain't too bad. And I recommend just checking it out. I want to hear what you guys think about it. Revenge of the Green Dragon, starring Ray Rolata, may he rest in peace, Justin Chan, Kevin Wu, Eugenia Young, and yeah, there's a few other people here. It's basically a story of Chinese immigrants immigrating to New York, and it's about them. I think it's based off a true story. It's about them basically starting a gang, and kind of similar to like Goodfellas, where you focus on a young immigrant named Sonny, along with his friend, I think Kevin, I think is his name. You see them at a young age get involved to the point maybe forcibly to join into the Green Dragons gang, and you kind of see how their lives spin a little bit out of control, where being in the gang seems kind of cool, and then next thing you know, the longer that they're in, the bigger the consequences are. And I remember I saw a trailer, and I have been wanting to watch it for quite a while. I think the first time I watched it was in 2018 or 2019. The movie came out in 2014, and I just finished rewatching it. And I think this is the first film I've seen Justin Chan. I heard he was a recruiting character in some Nickelodeon show, but to see him to take a dramatic, I didn't watch that show, but to see him take a dramatic role here, and where the film chronicles his character's situation, and he's getting way over his head. He's pretty good. He delivered a lot of very tough and a very ego kind of like performance. Like, you kind of see him really kind of having like a barrier. I'm speaking like metaphorically with his performance from when I'm looking at it, a barrier around of his character, but the people that he really cares for, his best friend, and then the girl he becomes attracted to and tries to establish a relationship. You can see his vulnerability does come out a little bit, but when he has to give those things up, those two most important people in his life, when someone has to give those up, or when he realizes the consequences of living the life that he leads, he's seeing the damage that's inflicted upon himself, and he does his best to try to figure out when in reality, when the situation becomes kind of too late. In reality, you see the backfire and the emotion he goes through when it comes to dealing with that. Ray Rolata, again, may he rest in peace, plays a detective, and they use his name to kind of help sell the movie. I think if you summed all his scenes, he's really in there for like 10 minutes. He plays a detective, basically trying to help bring down the gang violence that is escalating in New York, and he's pretty much there just to kind of help sell the movie. I mean, his role in there is pretty minimum. He's a supporting role, but he's kind of in and out. you don't see him, I think, the first half hour, 30 minutes, and then you see him just going through steps and trying to get evidence and talking to people about getting, information about trying to take down the Green Dragons and any other gang members that are relating to them or have some sort of connection in it. And again, his presence is minimal, not too strong, but I think he's just in there. But nothing wrong with that. The vibe I got when watching the film, I felt like this, and there's not really wrong with it. It was something I think maybe hurt the movie a little bit, but it is a style, and I think this is what I know from watching Chinese movies and then American movies, and the filmmakers are from China. They've known for Infernal Affairs, which is the original The Departed, and I haven't seen a lot of their film work, but I will love to check it out. Their way of filmmaking and style translated into the American way, it does seem a little bit over dramatic at parts, where certain editing choices and just certain ways that they choose to shoot it feels a little bit over the top, taking that the film is a very gritty, very not so fun movie of what is trying to tell a story across. I mean, again, I don't see that as too much of a bad thing, but I think it hurts the movie a little bit for a over dramatic sense or vibe that I got from it, because there's certain points or certain parts of the film where it just felt over dramatic. But I think the production value on this film was amazing, for what they can and what they were able to do. I think the budget was like $6 million. So it was actually pretty amazing what they were able to do and what they were able to get away with the with this movie. But again, it does feel like, the movie's $6 million, so it does feel very tamed. And I just got the vibe from the sense that the movie could have done a little bit more to feel like it wasn't tamed, because it feels very low budgeted. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with that. But I think this movie, I think I gave it a little bit too much hate when I watched it the first time, but after watching it a second time, I enjoyed it more just for what it is. Martin Scorsese did help produce this film, and I think it's pretty cool to see other ethnicities in history involving crime related stuff that really had a unique impact, even if it's a dark aspect of the USA. But I do recommend checking it out. If you in the mood for a crime drama, I recommend Revenge of the Green Dragons, currently available on HBO Max. Have you seen it? Comment below, let me know what you think, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.